Dear Ethel, this is my last note to you, or at least I hope. Thank you for teaching me to be human. Now it's time I learn to be myself. Goodbye. Alrighty. I think I've got everything here. Nobody's stolen anything again, luckily. I probably should get to the bottom of that, but honestly, there's enough flora here, and I've almost finished studying all the plants anyways. So, I can't be bothered, really, to deal with it. Just seems like far more work and conflict than is needed right now if I try to confront somebody about my plants. Especially now that I've got most of them written down in my book. Hello, Tanos. I miss you. I don't really know what else to say. I'm glad I got to have a moment to build this for you. Makes me feel much better than usual. Usually it goes a little different. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
What you up to?
Hello. I'm hunting. Rawr.
Oh, wow.
Rawr.
Oh, I
I'm
have
being
stuff for you.
ferocious. Me? Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I know it's your favorite, so I was collecting any lamb I could see.
I'm collecting as much as I can of everything to split between you and Erebus. So I need to make another bundle though. Do you have any blue flowers?
I definitely do at the lab.
I don't want to steal your lab flowers.
Oh, well, I
feels
have
rude.
extra in a chest.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
if you have some to give, I'd appreciate. Just
Yeah.
one, I just need to make it blue.
Let's go to
That's
the
all.
lab then.
Yay! Have you
Yeah.
been?
How have I been? I've been pretty good. Just
Mm-hmm.
kind of chilling. It's kind of a ghost town over here, so.
It is kind of a ghost town over here. I wonder who's doing windmill.
We can check once we get the blue flowers. I'm pretty sure I have extra cornflowers. But yeah, I keep extra flowers in this chest because sometimes my stuff goes missing, so.
Who steals your stuff?
I mean, I have blue orchids. I don't know. I fear Ashley might be.
I can use one of those.
Here.
Ashley?
Well, Ashley was really into the eye blossom.
Thank you.
And so she was the primary suspect when I first lost my eye blossom and had to replace it. But I also lost a oxeye daisy and a rose bush the other day, along with the eye blossom again. So I don't really know what motivation she'd have for that. I was thinking eye blossom because she was really into it, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Here you go.
Thank you.
You should definitely have a good amount of food to hold you over with that, I think.
For sure. I've got so much food. Thank you. You're the best.
Welcome, I'm glad. You're the best. Hey.
I'm not running.
Hey.
I'm not running.
Mwah. I'm glad you're not running.
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Are we investigating the thing together?
Oh, right! I forgot completely. Let's go do that.
Looks like it was left neutral to me.
Interesting.
Unless there's somebody here who thinks that we'll be angry at them. We won't, though. We're not angry people.
No. Not by a long shot.
No. I think they've just left it. Do you want to take it?
I was about to ask you the same thing. Why not?
We might as well. I mean, they left it neutral.
I haven't really been touching these much, but...
I hadn't for a while either, until it got to when I could turn them red, and then I turned 1 to experiment with it because I knew it could turn. I've seen it turn orange, but I haven't seen one turn red, so I wanted to see it happen.
I suppose Erebus is probably fine now, but it seems that the humans go blind when they're all red, which is concerning.
That's concerning. I didn't. They go blind?
Yeah, Erebus was having quite the panic. I
heard
came
some
across him
movement.
after yelling at all the vampires the time we turned them all red. Or you guys turned them all red, I guess.
I see. We should have enough that this doesn't make them go blind. I feel like we have enough to do that. They should have enough still.
Yeah.
I worry about the thing with Charlotte and Hal. I really do. I don't want to have to hurt anybody, and I've sworn that I won't. But I don't want to be trapped here for another, 20 years. Or whatever it was Duke said we'd have to be until all the resources run out for them.
It's worrisome. I hate for anything to happen that's against what they wish. I hope we can just convince them in a way where they... Yeah, they're willing to do it and happy for it.
Yeah.
I do feel like with all the cure stuff, perhaps people were saying perhaps once we leave the beacons won't be holy anymore and the cure wouldn't work, but perhaps we could convince them by saying there's a cure after.
Maybe. We should go. Oh, hello. I just saw footsteps.
They've been here a while, actually.
What are we spying for? Say hello.
Walking.
Man.
I'm not sure what's to be so stealthy about. Like, we weren't up to much nefarious deeds or anything I'd care about being spied about on.
No, someone else turned it first. It was me. Joke's on you. I can go invisible too. Let's go, Teddy.
Okay. The problem is it's hard to follow you if we're both invisible. Did you just leave? Well. Oh, I'm in the water. Hello. Oh, there you are. You just started running immediately.
I didn't know where you were. I can't see you. Here, wear the skull. Put this on.
I put the skull you originally gave me in the little library thing underneath our bedroom.
Oh, I saw it. It was so cute.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just at the point where I want to go. Yeah. I don't want to have to hurt people to go because I've been making a lot of progress on the being a good person thing that Tawny asked me to do. Because apparently I wasn't a good enough person before, which is blasphemous, but apparently I wasn't. So
well,
I'm being
I think
better.
You're a plenty good enough person, but I have been quite concerned about, well, how other people react.
I've decided to not be invisible. The floating skull is freaking me out just a little bit. I'd rather see that pretty face.
I'd rather see your face too. But,
other people's reactions to me not being good aren't pleasant.
Yeah, other people's reactions are a bit much, so I'd be more worried about your own safety over you being polite. I think one thing I've learned from being here that being polite doesn't really change anything.
Yeah,
doesn't make your life better.
It doesn't change much for anybody because people will still come at you either way. With being nice, with being friendly or whatever, I can be friendly. I didn't realize that what I said to Rabbit was unfriendly. I was jesting, but apparently the jest was not caught or well received. So I've done the whole avoiding Rabbit thing. I've been trying to, but Erebus did say if Erebus, because of all the talk about hurting them if they step out of line, Erebus asked me to help keep protection and stay around and keep guard for them if he felt like he needed it. So that offer's been there just in case anything happens.
That's good.
In that situation, I kind of have to break the whole don't talk to Rabbit thing because if Rabbit's hanging around, I'd rather give Erebus the protection of 2 people than the protection of just 1. Regardless of if it's me or Rabbit. And I believe that differences should be put aside in the name of protecting someone both of us care about. Because it's so obvious that Rabbit cares about Erebus. Don't even. I can tell that from a mile away.
Yes, I just think they haven't quite realized it themselves yet. I think they need a bit of a nudge.
Maybe. I'm worried about getting involved. I feel like every time I get involved with things, I somehow mess it up. So I'm a little bit cautious about saying anything to either of them.
I've been thinking... I tried giving Erebus some advice about living in a city, getting a job, and turns out he didn't really need that advice. But perhaps he needs a different kind of city advice.
Perhaps. He needs to prioritize himself, and he can't do that without some sort of income.
It's true. I don't know how much money
important.
he's inherited.
I don't believe it's a lot. But I offered to help, because I have a lot of money, Teddy. I have quite a lot of money.
Yes,
stashed
I
away.
do as well.
I offered to help, and I said if he needs a place to be while he gets on his feet, I can help get him and Rabbit a small place, and maybe a small shop for Rabbit to open up. I believe he's a hunter, so he could hunt and sell and butcher animals. I offered to fund that until they have enough income to be fine on their own. But
that'd be nice.
It all depends on if they can take it or not.
Yeah, they need to know how to do that. And, yeah, be able to create that life together. They need to have the skills and the knowledge. You can't really go into that blind.
You can't. It's not safe. It's not safe for either of them. Oh, I can feel the nighttime. I can feel the nighttime. I can feel the sun going away. Goodbye. Goodbye, sun. Goodbye.
What a lovely sunset.
It's so pretty. I love how much of the mountain range blocks it.
Yeah. At least we can watch it together.
It is true. It is sweet watching it with you. It's so very pretty.
If only we could set up a proper picnic blanket here and stuff. That would be nice.
So cute.
River on either side.
Wait. There you go. This is as closest I can get to a picnic blanket. You can have a nice little drink. Look at the sun.
How lovely.
It's so pretty when it doesn't burn your skin, you know?
It is. That's like the one thing that's really annoying about all this, honestly.
What, the fact that you can't stay in the sunlight?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't much for going outside other than in the gardens anyways, and that has good shade, so perhaps when we get back to my estate, it'll be nice.
Your estate?
Not as bothersome. Well, the Rosenwood estate. I technically inherited it. Kind of didn't.
Oh. I see.
Yeah. Like, I got the money and the property because I was named legally as the person to manage that if anything happened, but I didn't inherit, like, the title or anything. It's complicated.
Technically, if you own the estate now, that title will fall to you automatically unless it was directly given to somebody else. The title and estate tend to be a joint deal. So even if you weren't directly given it, you should be able to fight for it.
Yeah, well, it was kind of hard to deal with fighting with it when, you know, dealing with all that grief and stuff, and sorting out all of the affairs. And, well, I had other priorities in mind, and they were threatening of just removing the Rosenwoods as a nobility family. So, perhaps when we go back, you can help me deal with all that.
I'd love to. I'd love to lend a hand with it. I'd love to see where you live, honestly. I kind of don't have a solid place anymore.
I'd love to bring you there, and honestly, you can probably redecorate a bunch of the rooms if you want. It's kind of...
I would love to.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward being there in the old decorations, so...
You can make it our own. We can decorate it if you'd let me.
That'd be lovely.
I would love to. I think it would be very, very pleasant. Personally, as much as I love the Tower Wisha, I don't really want to live in a cathedral for the rest of my life.
No, it's a
Especially if
little,
the rest of my life is for eternity. That's a very long
yeah,
time.
it's a very long time to live with a lot of people.
Sometimes
And
it can be very loud too.
yeah, I'm not much
Or
of a
just very
people
negative.
person.
I'm not much of a people person when it's that many all at once in one living space, especially when
Yeah,
so many of them seem to like tread carefully around me all the time. It gets a little bit annoying. I get that they have good intention, but it's just annoying.
yeah,
I'm not
I
that
can
explosive.
imagine. Yeah, I guess it was different at home. We had so many servants, but I was kind of also one. But then also I didn't
Mhm.
really interact with them much, so it was mostly just me.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, people are not my thing. Plants 100 times more.
Are you gonna swap me out for a plant?
I think you're my special rose.
Oh my gosh.
You're
Okay.
different.
Okay. That's very sweet of you. Mm, mm. What are your plans? What are you uh, stuff stuff stuff
Stuff.
the
Well,
stuff.
I mostly just wanted to talk to Erebus, and then, well, we're looking for all the cure stuff. I've looked in a couple of the tombs. Wonder if Hal's found anything. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's not much of a plan. Just plans until hopefully we can leave soon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think we're all just
Um,
done.
I can try and look for Erebus with you. I need to
That'd
give
be
him
nice.
his food package anyway. So,
Ah, yes.
which way do you want to risk it? Which way do you think is he's more likely to be?
Well, he and Rabbit usually stay around town. I don't know where else they've been going lately.
We can go off this way and cut through the cathedral to get to town.
Sure.
Are you friends with Rabbit?
Uh, well, I don't know what he thinks of me, but personally, I would not spend more time with him outside of this. I've mostly been hanging around him for Erebus's sake.
I haven't spent much time with him because apparently I just don't know how to socialize with people who
Oh,
are
he doesn't know how to
like him.
socialize with people at all, and you know how to socialize, but in more of a quippy manner, and I think he just can't take it.
I think he just doesn't know how to take a joke, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's not social enough to get you, I guess. Which
Yeah.
he's taken as being your fault, when honestly, it should just be a neutral thing.
He's taken it as, grr, you made a joke I don't like. We can never be friends and I'm gonna murder you in the woods with an axe. Which is so
Yes,
evil.
exactly. That's
But
why, like, I could never be friends with him. He's highly questionable individual. I can't get behind. But if
yeah,
Erebus likes him, then, well, you
he
gotta put
likes
up with
him.
some people to a degree.
I can put up with him. I'm just don't like if he's not gonna be friends with me, I won't be friends with him.
But I
I
do not
just
expect you to.
it would be easier if he just suck it up and at least pretend.
Yeah,
But I don't think he knows how to do that.
no. But hopefully he gets better at it. Not saying that you should
Yeah.
be the one to make him get better at it. I think it's probably Erebus's job.
His white hair. That could be anyone.
Um, yeah, I
Are we
really
gonna
can't
eavesdrop or are
tell.
we gonna just go straight up there?
What do you want to do?
Let's eavesdrop.
Okay.
I haven't seen anyone recently. I've been looking, but I'll leave you guys to it.
Alright,
Have a good night.
you as well.
you guys have gone up a stage. It's Rabbit and Erebus. It's Rabbit and Erebus.
I knew that. I knew that from the very beginning, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, differences. Wow.
Mhm.
I have a gift. I don't know if you need it, but you're taking it anyway, so.
Oh.
Because I won't take it back.
Do you have, oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're
Well?
welcome. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. mhm,
Lisette was just
Okay.
talking to you.
Yeah, I'm just... She's
Good
scary.
morning.
Was she being
Yeah.
civil or was she not?
Civil.
That's
So
good.
there was no threats.
No.
That's good.
That's
They don't.
excellent. Great progress for her, honestly.
It's about time someone wasn't threatened in the presence of Lisette. What
Yes.
did you wanted to talk to Erebus? You can do that.
Ah, yes. Erebus, I was thinking about our last discussion. Would you mind taking a walk with me?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
You
Just
better have been honest
talking
about
to
it.
Lizette.
Yeah, it's Lizette.
I was honest. I feel more confused than anything.
She's always confused me greatly. She, seems to think we all will understand the lingo she uses, even though, well, for most of us, it's unfamiliar.
Yes.
Power, covens, sires, and such.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I've been thinking about our last discussion, and
Hmm?
how my original advice to you was kind of poor. But
What do you mean?
well, the advice about getting a job.
Oh.
But you're still
Yeah.
going to the city, and I can give you some good advice on that front. I
I'm...
would like to, clarify some things first, because I want to make sure my advice is actually accurate this time. What's your plans with Rabbit after this?
to get a house. Just getting money from Reina, and I think he may be getting a job as a butcher or something.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to the city.
That's alright. Either way, I think my advice might help. You like him, right?
What do you... Yeah, I...
You want to spend your life with him? Or at least some time?
Yeah. You think? Maybe?
Hmm.
It's confusing.
Yeah, I can imagine. How would you describe how you feel about him?
I guess... It's hard to put into words.
Hmm.
I've never really been good with words, so trying to describe the feeling is...
It's different though, right?
It's similar, or yeah, it's similar to what I felt for my friend back home before he left.
I see. I think you and I are more similar than we could ever think.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I really liked Ethel like that. And, well, I think she liked me like that, but we were never good at communicating with each other, so nothing ever happened. Well, until she was on her deathbed, that is, and I don't want you going into whatever this is with Rabbit and regretting it the way I do with Ethel.
Are you saying... What did you say?
I'm saying, I guess I loved Ethel, and now I'm here, and I love Raina, and so I'm making something out of it. And you don't have to necessarily confront that yet, but I want you to be able to grab whatever this is and take full advantage of it before it's too late.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have you ever thought of romance and stuff?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. I mean, you're a noble.
More
It's kind of
forced
shoved down your throat,
onto
yeah.
me. I was given many girls to wed, and I didn't like any of them.
Yes.
Until eventually my parents were tired of it and said, here's a girl, you have to marry this one. It's like... And I just left.
That's good. For you, I think. You know, I
Yeah.
knew a lot of girls in the city who, well, they have a lot less of a choice than the men do, even in the marriage market. It's
Yes.
economic deal of sorts. A lot of them felt the same way I did, and they managed to find partners who were similar. They made a deal and would get married, and then have their close friends move in as companions. If you know what I mean.
I don't... Not really.
I mean that I knew many girls who did not like men like that and needed to move up in the noble hierarchy, or else their families would go under. And they would find men who were on the marriage market who also weren't all that interested in women, is what I mean.
Yeah, I didn't...
It's
I
actually a
didn't
lot.
get close enough with any of the girls to learn anything about them.
Yes. I imagine it's a bit. There's less options in the countryside.
Very.
In the city, we go to balls and get to know each other quite a lot. So
Yeah.
you often know all the other city nobles by the time you're, say, 14.
Yeah, I didn't know any of them before I met them. It's part of the reason it was hard to connect, because I had known my friend for 18 years about being forced to move on to someone who I had known for a day.
Yeah, I can imagine. I guess the point I'm trying to get at is there are people like us, and they might not be super visible, but especially in the city, if you seek them out, you can find them. And if you take advantage of that, you might be able to fit in the noble sphere while still maintaining what you love and protecting it.
Yeah.
That's most of the advice I wanted to give. You're free to ask me anything about that if you want. And it doesn't all have to be right now. It's probably an overwhelming amount of information.
Yeah, it's been a lot over the week of thinking
Yeah,
about things.
I can imagine.
But what did you were still invited to the balls despite your
Yeah,
lack of
like I said, it's my status was so complicated. I really was just in the middle of it all. I wasn't quite a servant and I wasn't quite a noble. I was invited to things, and Ethel would drag me along. I didn't often want to go because I'd get stared at and balked at and things like that. I never was offered up on the marriage market or anything like that. I wasn't. That would be bad for me to marry into nobility, in most people's opinions. I was meant to be a spinster my whole life, just to take care of Ethel. Perhaps something could have worked out in that way, but yeah, it's complicated. It's even complicated now, more so because I've inherited all of the financial part of the estate, but none of the title. Rena said perhaps we
yeah.
could fight for it. We'll have to see.
Would you want to fight for it? Do you care?
Well, it's probably the only way I can maintain all of the Rosenwood's things, the orphanage, the estate. If I don't get the title, then, I mean, next generation, all of that's going to fall through, and far too many people, I suppose, rely on that. Also, all the sponsorships. So, I think
Yeah.
so. I also don't really know how to live as a commoner. I haven't since I was 7, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know
Speaking
either.
of my estate and such, you are welcome to visit whenever, and I will help you with anything you need. Like Reyna, I also have quite a bit of money inherited, so
Well, since I ran out on the wedding, I don't think my parents are very happy with giving me money, if I were to ask.
yeah. Knowing how noble weddings and parents tend to be, I imagine not. But the Rosenwoods were
Yeah.
pretty high up there, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind me sponsoring you. It's a thing they quite liked.
Yeah.
In fact, we do need one for this year. They choose one every year.
Ah,
So
I could provide wine.
that is a perfect thing. They usually choose somebody from some industry who looks like they're going to be promising to sponsor in their study or in developing their business. One a year to sponsor for the rest of their life. I was one of them.
Ah, it's mighty kind of them.
It is. It's few and far between for nobles. I think I have a lot of pride for the Rosenwoods because of that.
That makes sense. I wish I had pride for my name like that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because it's not even really my name, but I think I've made it
Yeah.
mine at this point. At least I'm trying to.
I don't think I could see you anything but a Rosenwood.
Thank you. That honestly means more than you could ever imagine. It's the one thing I always worry myself over.
Hmm. That's fair.
All right. That's all I had to say. Do you want to head back? See
Yeah, I
if,
want to make sure they haven't
yeah,
killed each other.
see if our two favorite people haven't committed extreme acts of violence, as they do. See you guys around.
Yeah.
Call
See.
me somehow. Summon me somehow if anything is happening bad.
Yes.
Batzel here? I'm curious.
If it's lower vampiric society, or society of someone who's turned into a vampire from human, I wouldn't be able to help you with that. I can help you with customs and general rulings. Society itself, neither class has objections to. I mean, it's the usual be bigger than humans, or stronger than them, so you have to be the bigger person. Some societies adopt rules of staying away or integrating themselves into society. Depends on the location that you're living and where you choose to go after Ravensmere.
Did you say there's a large vampire presence in the capital, or?
It's more subdued. A lot of noble families tend to acquire deeds of land, rule their own little counties. Capital would be few in between. I think a lot of the vampires that live there would choose to stay in hiding and or try to blend in with the humans, just given how busy the streets are.
Hi again.
Hi. You should have this. Juke has a secret room in the cathedral.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't cover up place the tiles back correctly. The point being that it's long, and I don't recommend you read it in front of everyone, but
Right.
I'm concerned, but I told Juke that I wouldn't be the one to try and help, as it were. And I know you're not, but maybe you can get it to someone who, or give it back to them without them running off. I don't know.
What is it?
A diary, I think. It's not,
Yeah.
anything like bad, except for in the context of Juke and her own stability.
Right, and if this is a question regarding stability, should Juke really be meeting up with Hal right now? Or is this new information suddenly making that meeting?
Are they?
Before you came in, Juke just left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they, would any of you know, Ender, would you know if they're anything like what Juke was like with Seraphina?
Duke has mentioned that Seraphina saved their life. Concerningly, she talked to about Seraphina as her savior.
Yeah, it says that in the book, too. I'm a little worried that if Juke is getting close to Hal in that context, it could come with a lot of emotional baggage. It could make things worse and better, but only if they let it.
It would make things worse. Sorry to be eavesdropping.
No, that's...
They do kind of have a thing going on. I walked in on them at one point.
Oh.
I
With
would
Hal
not.
just now, or
Huh?
with Hal just now? They're off to see
Oh,
Hal
no.
right now.
A while ago, I walked in on Juke and Hal discussing possibilities of turning, and if we're concerned about Juke's mental health, concerning anything regarding Seraphina in that way, I would be concerned about Hal. Because the vibes of the conversation I walked in on seemed similar, feelings-wise.
I'm worried about Juke as well. Whatever. It might not be healthy to put on Hal, but it's also not healthy to put on Juke. I'm worried for both of them. This sounds, from what I read in the book, it sounds very. It sounds like worship and control over actual love. Or mixed in a way that is not healthy.
I worried about that when she told me how all that went down. From what Juke has told me, their relationship with Serafina.
You're joking. Okay.
Should we?
You know, up until a few minutes ago, I would have said that better had been Hal. I can't bat. Great.
I can't either.
I'll walk.
All right.
Let's get moving. That's gonna hurt a little bit,
Alright.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
Just gonna go back. Oh, hi, Teddy.
Right. All I need to let you know is that at some point, we're going to have a conversation, and Hal will have to come out.
Be a part of
I
it.
understand, tentative.
Yeah, it's
New
literally
fledgling.
happened like 5 seconds ago. Yeah, so it's a bit the
Yeah.
nerves, the adjustments.
So, give you
But
guys
we will-
some
we will-
time. But
We'll reconvene. Yeah.
all right, that's. Are we all?
I'm gonna go back down, and I'm gonna assume you'll leave. So. Oh shoot.
What exactly went down?
This- They were being unnaturally squirrely.
They always
Then
are.
Tawny mentioned a secret room in the cathedral, one that they forgot to cover up, and she found this. I'm not gonna throw it to you as it's Juke's very personal
Yeah.
thing, but hold on.
I can imagine what's in there after my
Yeah,
talks with her. It's worrisome. I've been concerned about their whole relationship with Serafina since they told me about it. I worry what comes for Hal.
I'm afraid I'm far more dense than you. It took me till today, really, when they called Serafina their savior.
I think I've just managed to have Juke open up a lot. I've approached her with relatability. Though I'm not sure I relate much at all. I more so, I suppose, read a lot between the lines. I've been concerned since she told me about how she was turned. Talking about their life before that, too. It all just seems rather like Juke's life as a vampire has been entirely manipulated and molded. I didn't really approach it before because I didn't want to scare her away. She's rather skittish.
I've observed that very directly today. I've been trying to. I previously, just this morning, was trying to talk to her. No, yesterday morning, was trying to talk to her about Vampire Society. I wanted to learn more. Once I'm out of here, what awaits me on the outside? Would I be discriminated against? Like, apparently she has. Social structures, that sort of thing. What can I find for a job, really, as a vampire? And she kept dodging questions. They kept saying that what they know and what their experience is going to be very different to me, and it's not going to benefit me, really. And
I'm not sure Juke has interacted much with society at all.
I mean, from what I understand, they've stayed on the fringes, sure, but
I mean, Juke talks a lot like I do when I want to avoid a topic. Maybe that's why I caught on. But the over-explaining things or throwing attention towards something else, it leads me to believe the way that she's spoken of living on the fringes is way more on the fringes than you'd think. Sorry, I don't know if I just saw a sheep or people.
Maybe we can check. I'm right here.
Yeah, I figured you turned invisible. I think they did leave, but they went really fast in this direction. I worry for Hal because they seemed very against turning last I spoke to them.
I worry for Hal because I'm concerned that whatever this is will be projected onto them.
Well, that for
We don't
sure,
need this.
but it'll be even worse if this wasn't entirely consensual, or if Juke has picked up Seraphina's manipulation.
I mean, Haley kept calling Duke a liar, manipulator. I don't know how much of that was her own prejudice against Duke, or
I think it
how
was
much she saw.
a gross overestimation. I mean, Juke can be manipulative, but not like that. In like a dodging the truth kind of way rather than telling lies.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that today too, actually.
I mean, they like to hang out there.
At the Pale Lake or at the farther ruined tower?
The tower. That's where I bumped into them. It was
there
a
with them
questionable
not too long
conversation
ago
to walk
myself.
in on. That's what concerns me.
This will concern you further, when I found them at the tower, I found them throwing themselves off of it.
Oh, interesting.
I can only imagine they thought of it as, what, penance?
I don't know.
Al? I think you have to be holding the holy water.
Okay. I'm holding the holy water. Holy beacon. Okay. Voluntate mea hoc nefandum vinculum abitio. You do not know these ancient words. I need the second book. Maybe you could try that one.
Let me speak of the words.
Okay.
It's what you really want.
Yeah.
It didn't work. I don't think they work. There was always, I guess, a chance of that, and it.
I need the second book.
I think I need the first
Ugh.
one. I haven't seen the first one, and I think that's why.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Can I keep that one?
I wanted to show it to Malcolm because of his situation, but
I don't know Malcolm's situation, but
okay.
I would feel more comfortable keeping that on me. It is.
Okay, that's totally fair. I want to make sure that
It's not working because Hal's not a human.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
it's the cure, I guess. I haven't. It seems it. I think it's because I haven't read all of them. And have you guys been stalking us this entire time?
No.
Only the last little bit. And I wouldn't call it stalking, it's concern.
Okay, let's not do this here in front of Pat, please. Do you have the first book? I think that's the only one I have left to read.
I have the third. Which ironically is the
Correct.
one that I lost.
Can I see that one again?
Sure.
That one is the
Do you have the
requirements
second one?
No.
No,
I don't know
haven't seen
who
it.
has that one really.
I've only seen the first and the third myself.
Does anyone
Well,
know who might
apparently.
have a second book? Have the second book?
No.
No.
These things are so finicky and fake. The only one I truly believe I think was this one, the fourth one. Sounds more like the people of this damn town.
Fourth one?
Fourth one?
Yeah, fourth.
They were
Nice.
out of 3. I didn't
No,
expect
it says
to be
4
a
of
fourth.
3.
Yeah, it's
Who would do
not
that?
particularly pleasant.
I found it.
That's
Nice.
the worst
I'm
way to
a vengeful
categorize
author,
something.
apparently.
But I would prefer to read it to you.
All right, sure.
It's very frantic and panicky. But it says, the spirits are too lenient, too soft. These disgusting, vile works of evil could never be convinced to come back to the light. They must be dragged back to humanity, even if it's by kicking and screaming. Give them a choice, accept the light or face eternal darkness. I will give them this choice with these holy words.
Ah.
Well, that's
Mhm,
nasty.
that's the most
Yeah.
it's the most true to the people I've met.
And they
Well-
spelled vile wrong.
Did
Vile?
they?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds like them for sure.
This didn't
It's
work.
probably the nicest of the people of this damn town.
You have to tell them. Tell them more than what you
So,
told me.
Oh. I've told Hal a bit about the sire traits. I mean, unless Hal were to just, on the very off chance, inherit Sarah's. It's been 300 years. That chance is so slim. How should be good? What's the worst of my traits? Purging?
Still important to know. Informed consent and
I
all.
believe I briefly mentioned it. I don't know how much
That's not
Hal knows
enough
it.
for somebody to understand the full breadth of all this to consent to it.
I mean, I made Hal very clear that there was a chance that this couldn't work, that they would be like this forever. I think I did the best at explaining things.
I more so mean everything that comes afterwards, not just the state of being permanent.
Well, I was kind of going to explain that, but we've been particularly interrupted several times.
I feel like it's something you do before you turn somebody.
Well, it's more of
That's what I would have
I
wanted.
didn't want to. Frankly,
Information of side effects.
I gave most of the side effects. Yeah, it's just more of like the. I think I informed Hal the best I could. Hal knows of the traits. What else is there to? What, the cravings? You've been
About
pretty good with
covens?
cravings.
About the structure,
this
about her.
I mean, that is more better explained through, I guess, actions and such.
I don't think so. I mean, you see how I've been interacting with our supposed coven. I was told
Well, that's
nothing
because
about it,
this is-
and that is why I am so foreign to it. I didn't learn on my own. It wasn't something I learned
I
in
was
practice.
gonna- Yeah. I was gonna guide through Hal through it. It's obviously social dynamics are a bit complex when you don't have the instincts, the pull, the bits that come with vampirism, obviously. Also, there's a good chance Hal immediately wanted to be cured. There was a good chance Hal didn't even stay a vampire. So.
I mean, even on the off chance, but what's done is done.
You need
I
to talk
don't
to them
think
about
I-
her.
Seraphina, there's a bat there.
What were you
There are
saying?
bats everywhere.
I guess so.
Continue what you're saying. What
No,
about
it's,
Serafina?
It's just no. It's just she. I don't understand your obsession. I mean, I don't.
It
There's
matters.
nothing really to be.
I
It was
mean,
300 years ago.
so what?
It was 300 years ago, but you've grieved her for that long. She's stayed with you for 300 years. That's got to do something to you.
How am I supposed to recover from that? Tell me. You don't know what it felt like. You didn't
By
feel.
talking about it? I mean,
I've talked about it. I've talked about it with Tawny. I've talked about it with Bray.
have you
It's
really
fine.
though? I mean,
Doesn't sound fine.
me with Ethel, I didn't tell anybody anything that went down. I mean, I slipped up every once in a while and told you guys about her, but I didn't tell anyone she was dead until I told you. These things take time, and you've been processing this much longer than I have. But I can tell you, since actually opening up and telling Ender when it happened, how it happened, telling Erebus and Reyna about my relationship with her and what that was truly like, telling you a little bit, that's what helped.
She just was always. I don't know how to explain it. Okay. It's very different. We had a different relationship than you or I would have had. It's different times. She was from a very different era. I'm from a very different era. We do things differently.
But
Do
you're
things
still a
differently,
person.
But they can damage in the same way. It can
You
hurt
still
the same
feel
way.
things the same way. Process them.
I mean,
You've
it's not
lived a
like she
full
hurt me
life.
or anything. She never hit me. I mean, it's obviously the bite and the turning, but I think that's
My
about where
father
it
never
is.
hit me.
Got
He hurt me. He
Your-
hurt me still. He was never physical.
that's
He never
a very
hit my
different
mother.
situation.
And yet when she died, he never mourned her.
I mourned Sarah, and I'd
You've
like to
mourned
think she
you?
would have mourned me if the situation returned. She definitely would have cared. She would have.
Did she show
Did she
you
mourn
that?
the other fledglings?
She didn't have a chance to before they strapped her down and started burning her.
But you don't know that for sure. You weren't there. I would
The
like to think that my
death is a
father's a
vampire?
good person.
Sarah
I
is
would
a
like
good
to
person
think
to me.
that I would like to think that there was a chance that Haley could have, you could have gotten along. I would like to I would like to think many things, Juke. I would like to think that you're my friend. But you keep keeping these secrets and hiding and getting squirrely when I ask you these questions.
Not everything is supposed to be shared.
I don't think you have to share every single little thing. And I don't think you have to force yourself to, but you need to be ready and open to process it, or else I fear you will become something so much worse and hurt the people around you.
I can't become worse than what I am right now, frankly, so.
I think you could. I think you're a pretty great person, Juke. I think you have put so much care into everything in this town. You have tried to keep it peaceful, even if it hasn't, even if you have committed acts of violence. I see good in you, and I see that you're good, but I fear that letting this broil within you, it's gonna cause problems. And most importantly, it's gonna hurt Hal, and I know you care about them.
It's not gonna hurt Hal. I've dealt with it on my own for
You don't
so
know that.
long. I can keep dealing with it. I can just hang on until Hal, Hal's gonna be human. So even if, whatever, I just go back and be by myself after Hal lives out and dies, it's fine.
Do you want to be by yourself
can
forever?
Things were a lot easier when I was by myself.
Things were a lot easier when I was
They were
by
easier,
myself.
but they were better. Were they better?
I don't
Juke.
know.
Juke,
Once I'm out of Ravensmere, I would like to keep contact with the both of you. I think
what you
my
did
life
for
is enriched by knowing the both of you.
a long, long time, I did for a month, and I can't imagine doing it as long as you. And I don't want you to keep doing it. Being alone in your grief is awful. It's the worst way you can go about it. And I probably would end up just like you, but luckily I've met you guys, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want you to do that. I'm telling you these things, I'm giving you this advice because I want you to be with us. To have this community.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't think you necessarily need to say anything. I just think you need to be more open with the idea of it. With letting yourself feel these things and process them. Because from what I see, you deflect a lot. And you don't actually let yourself feel it.
Because I've read the book, Juke.
No, I don't want to.
Juke, I've read the book. The things that I've read in there were...
I'm gonna see if letting just Ender speak helps them open up a bit more.
Ender or anything, just let them know that I'm looking for them.
Okay.
Alright, thank you. Oh my god!
Oh, how
Speak of the
convenient.
devil. Teddy, hi.
Hi.
You would not happen to be in possession of the third cure book, would you?
I have one, I have one.
handed that over to Ender.
You have one?
Yes.
Oh my god. God, I should be upfront with my requests.
Yes.
Oh my god, okay.
See, your eyes are red now,
Okay.
Hal.
I think you're colorblind. They're green.
We can't all be colorblind, Hal.
They're green.
Yeah. Colorblindness,
is it okay
hello.
if is it okay if I hold on to this for a bit? I can return it after.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. I've looked at it many times already, so.
Erebus.
Okay.
Take
Thank
this.
you, Hal.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I've been meaning to give you one because it's been a while since you've had one.
Yeah.
Though
Is this the healing or the eyes?
The eyes. It might make you a little nauseous though, just because you're stage 3. It will still be effective though.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry. Nothing we can do about that part. Sadly, medicine still counts as human food.
I think that made me hungrier, actually.
Oh. Oh,
do you have it?
Careful. Why are we doing this?
Fun.
No.
You really...
Okay.
That's not the type of fun you have around.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun, I promise.
It's... No.
No.
Okay.
This is the type of fun we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are my carrots? I forgot what I was... I really forgot what I was doing. Oh, wait, it's daytime. I need to go.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and sign.
Alright.
Where's Malcolm?
He just left.
Which way?
Now, if I could remember what direction he walked in, I think it was down this way.
I didn't see you two. Make sure to look at both pillars.
Anyway.
He outed us, you jerk.
I love
What?
it.
We were hiding.
Hiding.
Oh, sorry. Just I don't know if you overheard much of that.
A little bit.
A bit of a rough
Quite
talk.
bit.
Not
Hal
much.
had a book?
How in stage 2?
It sounded like
Yeah.
Teddy might have just missaw. Or was it?
I don't think they did.
I didn't miss you.
Hal's red. Hal's eyes are red.
Oh.
Did
But
Hal
Hal
get
is not
their
stage
hands
2.
on the second book?
Okay.
What? Wait. Sorry.
Hal knocked themselves back down to stage 1,
Oh, okay. And what did
and
you
they're
say,
looking for the
Teddy?
cure.
Did Hal acquire the second book? That's what they're looking for currently.
Yeah, I think so.
They're very
Um,
intent on the cure.
Okay.
Malcolm has
No,
the second
Hal
book.
got the second book.
Hal got the second book?
Hal got the second book.
Okay.
No,
I mean,
Lizette
it
found
could
the
be
second book.
fine.
Malcolm let
No,
Hal read the
Hal-
second book.
Okay.
It could be fine, but Duke is currently having a bit of a time, and Hal and Duke were trying to do cure testing.
Oh.
And based off the wording of some of the books, it does concern me.
Yeah.
I haven't read them, I don't know.
I've read all of them.
I haven't read all of them, but I know
didn't
what's in
really
them.
understand them, but
Are
You know.
you guys aware of the fourth?
There's a fourth one.
what?
There's a fourth one, and it's rather nasty.
Well, the third one's rather nasty too.
The third one's rather nasty, but at least it's
I don't know
better.
what they're talking about.
The fourth one is cure or death.
Does it still require you to kill the sire?
I'm
What?
uncertain. I don't think
What?
so.
That's what the cure is. If Hal wants to be cured, Juke has to die.
Oh,
That's the rules.
that I
Mm.
didn't really understand what it said in the book. That's oh
I think they're willing to do it.
Oh.
And that's what
Yeah.
concerns me.
I think so.
Hmm.
It, mm,
I don't want to care.
neither would I.
That way. Bye. Where'd you go? Now you're opening the door again. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Okay.
Okay, this way. Okay.
Hi!
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 There's a lot going on. How you doing?
Did I get your attention well?
You did, you did. I just
Good, I wanted to
needed-
grab you.
Other people to have a bit of concern about that whole situation.
Yeah, it's probably concerning. It's
Yes.
probably something they should be concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone in danger? Is everyone okay?
Well, Hal and Juke are in an interesting mental state, but
Right.
they're trying to do cures, so I'm hoping they don't end up dying in the process of that or trying to kill each other. They like each other, though, but they're not very communicative. It's a whole thing.
I see.
Yeah,
Is
There's
it
only
another
so
Rabbit
much
and Erebus situation?
one can do. Sorry, the what?
Is it another Rabbit and Erebus situation? Or like, will we know, but they don't know?
I think they know, they're just not. Juke thinks himself a monster and wants to be alone forever, and Hal doesn't want to be a vampire and wants to be cured. And I think they're both willing to die over that.
I see. That's
Either
worrying. I quite care
For each
Juke
other or against each
and
other.
for Hal.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
there's-
want to get in the middle and risk myself.
Yeah. I kind of left Ender to talk to Juke, because I did as much as I could do, I think. But I think Ender's the best for convincing Juke to just let themselves process everything that's happening.
All of them. Look, I made this. I can see. Do you want to see?
Yes. How splendid.
No, you can spy on
Guys.
people from a distance.
Gray just staring at a wall. Oh.
Gray's talking to Hal.
Ah. Hello.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Everybody seems so concerned today.
Yes, it's worrisome.
I will see you guys later.
Bye.
Yeah, see you later.
I'm gonna go check on a few things.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
My goodness.
Hi, Teddy.
Hi. You startled me.
Yeah, sorry. Just waiting for Lisette.
I see. I was just gonna go to my room. I haven't seen people about since, everyone was gathered right there a second ago.
Yeah.
I'm wary, but not entirely worried. It's odd. Oh, there she is.
Lisette.
What? Are you stupid? What is this?
What? Listen, I
Do you
didn't.
think just leaving a book and that's gonna solve everything?
Ow! Ow! What?
What is happening?
Do you think this is... You're joking, right?
What? I was researching the cure. You knew this.
And then you left, and I couldn't find you, so I couldn't get any answers on what was happening. You disappeared.
I'm sorry. I didn't think that you would want to talk to me.
Right.
But I know it looks bad, but
What exactly were you planning to do?
I wasn't planning on doing anything. It was just objective research. People were telling me all kinds of things, and I just had to be aware of it. But I wasn't gonna do it. I wouldn't do that. I've been trying to.
Why should I believe you on that?
Well, you know me. I wouldn't.
Hi.
I wasn't able to find Juke.
I don't know where they'd be now.
I went down the river.
I did a flyabout and I didn't see them either. That's a little concerning, but I think they've resolved that on their own.
Well, Tanya was talking about how they had a secret hideout at the cathedral.
I know where it is.
I feel like they wouldn't be there necessarily. Unless, I guess Ender would no longer be talking to them.
Nope.
No.
Did either of you just turn invisible?
That was my fault.
Actually,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure what I was hearing was you.
I figured out the missing piece to the cure.
Oh.
So did I. Well, I didn't really, but I was there when they discovered it.
I see, what is it?
The sire has to be dead.
Ah. Yes. Those were the notes Malcolm had taken.
Mel tried to cure themselves.
I also did.
Didn't work.
That's actually why Malcolm and Lizette were fighting just now.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of saw that through the window.
Yeah. Lizette found Malcolm's notes on studying all this. And I guess it gave her a fright.
I do need to see those notes. Maybe.
Well, Lizette's got them.
Oh. All, like... Is Lisette still here?
They went out that door after you guys came in.
Lovely. I really need to talk to Juke. Ugh.
I didn't see them in my fly around. So they're probably, like, actually in the forest. Or somewhere more secret. Hello!
Eddie! Hi!
Hello.
I was just asking them about you. Where have you been?
I've kind of been running all over the place because Hal's looking for Juke and Ender are nowhere to be seen, so that's about it.
Do you know about Juke?
Not since I last spoke to you.
Charlotte said that Juke's going to die because Ashley apparently wants to be cured.
Oh.
And is willing to kill Juke for it.
That makes sense. They told me they figured out they have to kill the sire, but they didn't tell me that they were gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
It concerned me quite a bit.
Well, luckily, Juke is nowhere to be found.
Well, I hope for Juke's sake that Juke isn't found.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to lose someone.
I feel like Juke would let them.
With what you were saying about all the stuff with Hal? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's the concern.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to help me with something?
Sure, of course.
So, Charlotte, I believe, is going to be turned.
Oh, they decided they were okay with it?
I had a conversation with them and they said yeah, but they wanted Tawny to do it. So I brought them to Tawny. They're in the cathedral, don't go in.
Yeah.
And once they've had the full conversation about it all, I'm sure they'll decide what they want to do. If they're going to go through with Tawny doing it or somebody else.
That's a relief. I hope they do before they find Juke.
Me too. But in the meantime, since we have no humans who should be still here, I would like to go turn all the beacons our-sided.
Alright, sure.
We're probably not going to be here for that much longer if these beacons let us out once Charlotte's not human.
Yes.
And if it doesn't work then I don't know what to do.
Well, we'll have to...
any other way out.
Yeah. There's still things we could test, but it's kind of our last hope without probably all-out violence breaking out, I'd bet.
I really don't want it to get to that point. I know I'm all for violence on a lot of days, but I don't want it to break out over stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather us just get out and be fine.
Same.
I have places to be. I'd like to see your estate and to spend time with you outside of this hellish place.
To think, just a couple days in a abandoned town in the woods. Some people just let it all loose.
I mean, that's why we considered electing someone to be in charge. Because with no authority, look how it gets.
I suppose that's true.
People take matters into their own hands, like Rabbit killing me.
Yeah, that's awful. I wish we had done something about that.
I wish we could have too, but by the time we could have, everybody was,
so much just happened all at once.
Yeah, I had everyone else fix my problems for me and expect me to be like, okay, cool. I was not okay or cool with it. I wanted to fix my own problems or make them worse. But
well, what happened is awful. I wouldn't want that on anyone,
know.
especially you.
Thank you. I didn't want it to happen to anybody, but let alone me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it didn't happen to you. As far as I'm aware, Rabbit seems to tolerate you more than me. But,
Yeah,
you know.
I guess I just don't really push people's buttons much, but
No, apparently they just go mining for you instead.
Yeah, that is a mystery to me. Gray said it was pretty privileged, but I'd assume you'd have that as well.
I think you might have more pretty privilege than me, and that's all.
Oh. I don't really understand that as a concept.
Guys?
This is like Duke and Hal's meeting spot. I bumped into them several times here.
That's awkward. Let's hope they don't come here for a meeting right now.
Yeah. With cures and things, that would be interesting. I feel like they'd probably go to Hal's house for that, though, at this point. Oh, actually, no, they need to come to a beacon, actually.
Let's hope they go to Towns, and not this one.
I think Towns is neutral.
It is, I believe.
So actually, we probably are
have.
protecting Duke's life right now. By turning all of these, because they need a holy beacon.
Does this mean that nobody can be cured, including Malcolm? Are we bad for doing this?
No, I don't think Malcolm wants to be cured.
Apparently Malcolm did. Malcolm tried it with Charlotte, and it didn't. He said that the sire has to die.
I see.
So that means Lisette has to be dead. I don't really want Lisette to have to die for Malcolm to be turned, especially considering from what I know it was a willing turning.
They had a bit of a confrontation in the cathedral, and Malcolm seemed against being cured now that he knew that, but I'm uncertain. It was another thing I witnessed with minimal context.
I can only hope that Tawny gets to turning Charlotte before they can go and realize that we're turning this and go and turn Town to be holy. Then nobody should be able to be cured, I think. That's what you guys said?
It seems to be. Based off what the books say, but we don't even know how reliable those are yet. Haven't been tested.
I don't really trust the books.
I think they likely do work, but I worry about the science behind them just based off the wording. It's bad rhetoric within it. Violent, even.
Written by somebody who doesn't have the best intentions.
Exactly.
I don't know who would write those books anyway.
Probably those weird magic people Duke talks about.
I don't like those people.
Yeah, I'm confused about the whole magic thing. I don't believe in that, but, you know, whatever weird scientists who really hated vampires for whatever reason. I don't get it. I don't think you're a scientist unless you thirst for understanding first and foremost, but
some people class themselves as a scientist just because they do the work in terms of paper and experimentation, but their openness to actually learn about different things are very closed. They'll only engage with what's within the bracket they already have and they already know.
It's rather ridiculous, I think.
It is. It's awful, in my opinion. That's why I've never really cared too much to pursue science, because a lot of the people in it tend to have that type of mindset. And
that's true.
I don't. I like to figure out new things.
I love to figure out new things. It takes me a while to grasp them. I think, I mean, oftentimes the other people at the academy were those sorts of people. Didn't like them very much, but I kind of did my own thing.
We could eavesdrop on their conversation.
We could.
We could go invisible, and travel to the cathedral beacon after we're invisible and just see if we can hear anything.
Sure.
See where they're at, but make sure you crouch and stay low so that they don't hear your footsteps. Tread lightly,
I
even
will.
if it's slower. Okay. Go invisible now before you travel. Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That is brave. I would know. I almost took the coward way out, too. Honestly, if I hadn't been turned that night, like I expected, well, there's a reason I stopped fighting. Because I realized I was getting exactly what I wanted if I died there. But I didn't, and I picked myself up, and things have changed. And she's gone, and I'm never gonna get her back. And I don't know what I'm gonna do without her, because she was everything to me. She was the only one who was ever anything to me. But things change. And yeah, maybe he's different. But you're lucky here that you can find him. Please. Please just let us help you find him.
It's my fault that he was turned.
I don't believe that.
It was. Because I'm a coward, because I'm always afraid, and I couldn't save him. I couldn't. Because I couldn't save myself. And I'm trying to do that just this once. I have to save myself to save him. I can't let him down again. I can't let him.
Welcome. If we get someone else to consecrate a beacon here, and we get someone else to help cure him, then yes, if you keep things the way they are, he will eventually die, and you will outlive him. And that will be awful, and I'm not saying it won't. But you can get through it. I'm standing here as proof that you can get through it. And it's not like he'll be gone immediately. You'll have the rest of his lifetime with him. And you won't be alone once he's gone either. Maybe mistakes were made. And maybe you've done things you can't go back on. That's life. It happens to everyone. Goodness knows it's happened to me. I still regret turning Ender. I think about it far more often than I should.
Hi.
What do you think of that?
Well, it seems to be resolving itself, even if a bit
Even if slow.
slow and dramatically. I think they have it
Slow,
figured out.
dramatic, emotional. And they say I'm a lot to handle. Malcolm really is a lot of things that they complained I was.
Those two cry a lot.
They do. They really do. And yet I'm always labeled emotional. I don't think I'm that emotional.
Yeah, I don't really think you are either.
Yeah.
Like, you
What
can
do we
get a
do
little
now?
angry, but you're still pretty level-headed while you're doing it.
Yeah.
And maybe you do some questionable things when you're angry, but I think you do it fully conscious.
Yeah, I don't. Well, listen, at least I'm not going around making it everyone else's problem that I have feelings and stuff in that way.
Well, I think you could make it some people's problems, particularly mine.
Well, you know, if you accept my emotions, I can share it with you.
I
But
think I love your emotions.
I think I love your emotions.
Thank you. I'm starting to learn to express them more. I haven't been
It's
very
been
good
lovely
at that.
seeing it from you. It's been really fun.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing. The two of us.
I think it's a great thing.
We'll just work on it together. I think that's what matters most.
I think that's more than enough of a goal for us to do together. I think we can figure it out.
Yeah. I believe in us.
I think we have this. Hey, Teddy. See
What?
that? Mwah.
You had me actually confused for a bit there.
Good.
Mm.
That was the goal.
I
don't
mean,
know
I'd
what else
chase
we're
you
meant to
around, but
do.
we probably shouldn't do that on a roof.
It'd be
Seems
really awkward as well if we managed to
dangerous.
break through the roof and then we just fall straight into their conversation. that that would be painful and awful.
It would be a little
pretty
funny,
awkward. Oh, don't even. It'd be hilarious.
though. It would be.
Careful, you'll tempt me to break down into it.
Do you think we could stand in that window and just watch? I mean,
think we
they'd
could
see
stand
us.
in that window and watch.
True, true. Can we jump from there, or do we got a bat?
We might have to just like jump. Can you jump from there? Let me see. Let me see.
I don't
Back up. Back up.
think so, unless you are really good at lunging.
I think you could go onto the floor and lunge up to it. I think we can lunge from the floor.
Oh, true. We don't have to do
Oh,
it from
just-
this angle.
Just be
You are
careful
so
going
smart.
down. Why is it a group meeting in there and we're not allowed in? What?
Are we not allowed in?
Tawny told me to leave.
Oh. I thought you just...
I wonder if they can see us.
Oh, they definitely can if they look up, but they haven't looked up yet. Oh,
What are they
fire.
burning? They're burning the books! The books!
Oh! Oh! Well,
Oh,
that's
the
quite
books.
the...
That's a bold move.
Do they have all the books? Because I know Ender had one.
I don't think it matters if Ender only had one.
I
This
suppose
is
that's
a great
true.
spot to watch stuff.
It is. We get to see all the drama. It's like we're watching a play of sorts.
It's a very boring
One
play.
that you can't hear, and yeah, is incredibly boring. We're just
They
people
aren't
watching.
moving. It's like watching paint dry.
Yes.
If the paint was in a room filled with water and it wouldn't dry.
So true. Or perhaps
Come on, guys, do
it's
something.
like watching somebody try to light a fire in a chimney with wet wood.
Yeah.
Somewhat entertaining at the slow futility of it all, but... Oh, Ashley's here. And Hal, who appears to be...
Bloody. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Everybody's showing up. We need... Come on.
In we go.
My lady first.
Oh, Teddy, can I borrow you for a second, actually?
Sure.
I'm really sorry the other day about talking so much about murder in front of you.
Oh.
I know
You did.
you're a pacifist and such,
Yeah.
but
I kind of started getting used to it. But no,
yeah, no, that was something you didn't want to be around, and I should have we should probably reconvened up.
Well,
So
I don't know. I liked being in the loop for that, and I think it was a worthwhile discussion to have, considering the
especially
circumstances.
with yeah.
So, I get it, but
I am
thank
truly
you.
sorry about it. Yeah. When this is over, I should lend you books from my archive. I'm sure they'd have things that interest you.
I would love that. I always
Maybe I'll
want to
take
know
you in
more
there.
about literally everything, so.
Yeah, it's a lot of
If-
old, outdated stuff, but there's importance in the past.
Yeah, I mean, we study the history all the time for very specific reasons. If you ever wanted to visit my estate, I've got a big library there.
Oh,
We
maybe you
could-
can give me some new things
yeah.
to
Come check it out.
transfer.
Exchange some books.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
I think it would be too. And I am sorry about Ethel and such.
Thanks.
I don't know much about your relationship, but I'm truly
Yeah,
sorry for your loss.
It's complicated.
And just for how you've been treated in general, you haven't been the warmest welcome. My apologies for that.
Hey,
Should've made
nobody
better
has
effort.
punched me in the face or tried to kill me. I think for this town's standards, I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, it's definitely better than me.
Yeah.
I think I have the highest count. I think I'm 5. I think I'm 4 for people who try to kill me. So,
Yeah.
or at least want me dead. So,
I'm sorry for that, and I hope you can have a peaceful life after this.
I hope so too. But we should probably reconnect with the group.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
no time like the present, then?
Are we all ready?
Uh-huh.
Hatchets buried,
Yeah.
even if we couldn't all agree. Are we all ready to leave?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's about
Rabbit.
time.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Actually, just because I know I won't be able to do that.
Here we go.
I mean, you can if you have.
You'll be able
I mean,
to
you
with
can if you
this.
got the willpower.
Won't
Got the
taste
stomach
the
for
same.
it?
Don't
Rather.
get to comment on that, Juke.
Listen. It's not that you can't though. It's a possibility.
All right,
Wow, we're
everybody
losing
pipe down.
daylight.
Here we go.
Yay.
Do you think we're free?
I would love to be free.
Yeah, I think the beacons
Feels
are what's
different.
left.
We need the beacons
Charlotte
first before they
okay?
open and turned.
It should just be town.
The town's left.
It's just town.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where it all
Only one.
started. Where you all started.
you all head to
this.
town. People close to Charlotte can stay to make sure that they're okay, but I don't want everyone crowding them.
And that's
Here we
it.
are.
Oh.
Leave? Can we leave?
Oh,
The
okay.
closest
I go
border's
buy
at my
silk?
lab.
Yeah.
Can I
Oh,
buy
let's
nice
go to the-
materials?
I don't know. What are you gonna do now?
I was gonna go to Teddy's estate.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah. Gonna
I
go home.
have someone to kill.
I
Oh,
also
oh
have
my God.
something like that to do.
Goodness.
It was on request of Ender. Everyone, calm down. I'm not.
Ah,
I also
I
have
think
people
I
to do
overheard
that
some
too,
of that.
but not yet.
I think
I want
Do
to
you-
go.
it's time to have a big
I feel like
rest.
I know the answer to this question, but do you have experience doing that?
Hi. Do I need to answer this question?
I think the answer is yes.
Okay. Does it make a difference?
No.
Always need a backup.
Do you want help?
Do I want help killing people?
I mean, were they
I'd help
bad?
you kill people.
Well, they tried to
Sorry.
kill me, so
Who did what?
Rabbit?
some people. No.
Uh,
See how I mentioned that I never bring up Rabbit? See how I said that I never do it?
It's true.
And I
Well,
get the
Rabbit
blame.
has tried to kill you.
I'm not talking
I-
about Rabbit. I'm leaving Rabbit
Okay.
alone to do whatever those two do. They don't have chickens.
Kiss each other. I don't know.
Okay.
Probably.
I
Don't say
explained
that
to
to them.
them.
You will
Hopefully.
freak them out.
I explained to Erebus
They'll get
how
there.
to lived in the city with Rabbit.
How to kiss?
No, just how to find some community.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It sure is
Yeah.
needed.
It's
have
just a
guest
yes or no
rooms?
question.
Well, we could change some of the servants' quarters and the lady and lord's room. Oh, as well as Ethel's room into guest rooms. Oh, we totally have plenty of room for guest rooms.
If you
Hi,
make a guest room, then Ender can have a sleepover.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
so
well,
sorry
I
to
know,
Because
like,
you
interrupt.
need to come
you know,
see my
what?
library.
I need to ask
Wait,
Ender a
go
question.
quickly.
Ender's asking for addresses.
Ender, I just wanted to know, do you still want me to?
I think I'm gonna try to talk to him first.
Okay.
If not, if nothing changes, I'll see if I can get in contact with you somehow.
You need to ask if Erebus wants to take up my offer.
Thank you.
Oh, I think he does. He was talking about it earlier.
Blue
What?
sheep.
Yeah.
Erebus.
Well, I also
Well, I
offered
need
him
confirmation
to come to
and
my
location.
estate. Ah.
I think while we can maybe if we need to try and get them a place just for themselves that works, they should probably be staying in our estate. Oh well, your estate that I'm
Yes.
staying at with you.
I mean, I have plenty of
Um,
rooms.
You can offer. I don't know if Rabbit would take it up if Rabbit knows I'm there though. So good luck.
It's fine. The estate's massive. He wouldn't even notice.
This town was too small for us.
Um,
Apparently, so
The house
You can ask
itself
Rabbit.
is about the size of this town. The
Oh.
estate, gardens surrounding it is even bigger.
then you ask Rabbit. I will pull Erebus aside and ask Erebus about other stuff.
Rabbit, I was discussing with Erebus, before you guys get set up with a house, I have plenty of rooms in my estate if you two want to settle there for a bit while we get everything sorted.
That would make things easy.
Yeah. I have plenty of rooms, and I was just telling Reyna the house is about the size of this town. So.
Oh my. When you
Yeah.
said the Rosenwoods were rich, I didn't realize you meant rich. Jeez.
Oh no, they are up there. They sponsor one person a year for the rest of their life.
Oh.
Yeah. They have quite a bit of money, and so I guess I have quite a bit of money now. But yeah.
Do we want to leave before we go? Do we want to leave one last gift for Tanos?
Oh, yes, I'd love to. Goodbye, my friend. Thank you for bringing me comfort in this difficult time. I can't believe we're finally going.
Me too. It's been, what, 2 months?
Far
3
too
months.
long.
Oh my gosh. Too long. So you were Rena, huh?
Oh, yeah. Happened pretty quickly, but pretty slowly at the same time. I kind of decided...
I never really got the vibe. What happened?
Well, we kind of were going on walks a lot together. She's also the one who turned me, which you know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of decided that after, like, everything with Ethel, I can't just, like, wait, you know, for things to happen.
Yeah.
You gotta just do it, you know?
Take life by the reins?
Yeah. Let's go to the lab.
Alright.
Final test.
One
That
final
I
test.
assume we're going to be the last ones to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and
Hopefully.
Duke already went up there, but I'll let you
It's not
Feel
very
it for
good. I'm
yourselves.
gonna burn it,
You'll pick it
so
up.
if you
Alright. Well, all the
How's it
signage
going?
saying it's here.
Yep.
Here you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay!
Finally.
Although,
For free.
curiosity remains.
Oh,
You can still do all of your things.
our powers still work.
Indeed.
Oh.
We'll have to do
It's
so much
wonderful news.
experimentation together.
Indeed.
Is it a long
I
journey?
heard from Juke that the powers differentiate depending on. Well, the powers were different for them outside of the borders than inside. Like they were weakened here. So
Yes,
I
I
can only
heard they were
imagine that over
suppressed,
time.
and some of it is new. Such.
Yeah. I can only
We'll have to
imagine
look
that
into
over
it.
time we would gain more, or suddenly. Although if it was a sudden surge of power, we'd certainly feel it now.
Yes, we'll study it.
We'll study it.
What you doing all the way over there?
I'm waiting for directions.
For Nerd Talk to stop?
Yes.
Unfortunately, if I
go.
spend the night, it'll be nothing but Nerd Talk between Teddy and I.
That's okay
Very
for when
true.
you spend the night. I've been in this town for weeks. I want to
Yeah.
leave.
All right, let's
Right.
march.
Let's go. I have a capital to get back to.
Yes.
Good morning, Rosenwood.
Good morning, Mr. Crow. Has Ender arrived?
Oh, yes, she's already arrived. Should be working up a storm up there by now.
Perfect, thanks.
No problem at all.
Hello, Ender.
Teddy,
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Research
That's
is going. It's going.
Yeah, as it does. You said that something got sent by the satellite lab in the States?
Right. So they discovered this. It's. I don't really even know how to describe it. They haven't even discovered a source, but some people who've been bitten by ticks have been experiencing some very concerning symptoms.
I see. That is true.
Joint inflammation and pain, difficulty moving, eventual even paralysis. So they sent us a sample so that we may study it and hopefully find some sort of cure.
May I see it?
Yeah.
How curious. I
Very.
wonder... It infects the blood, right?
Yes, that'd be I think the easiest way to transmit through the body.
Interesting. Oh, here you go. I also had another reason for meeting you here today.
Oh?
Reina wants to host a party. Here's the invitation.
That aside.
As you can see...
Next week?
Yes, she got a little excited about her new fashion line. You know how it goes. 1800s theme, we're back in Ravensmere. Well, that's not
Oh,
quite
boy.
the theme, but you know.
I was about to say, I don't think I have that dress anymore.
Oh, yes, here is a new bundle. Lots of dresses in there, but it does have a multitude from that new line you can choose from. Oh,
Thank you. I'll have to...
Speaking of the party, you said recently that Juke is now available again, right?
Yeah, she sent me a letter recently that she's willing to, see people again.
That's great. That's wonderful timing, because Reina really wants to invite everybody, so if you wouldn't mind bringing that to Juke as well. Obviously, we don't really have a way to access her at this moment.
Indeed. She's been avoiding her own lab, so I'll see if I can get this to her.
All right, perfect.
I can't guarantee she'll say yes, but because it sounds like something kind of big, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, we'll have to hope. Reyna's really looking forward to everyone being there, so we have a week to convince everybody.
A week.
It's been 90 years ish. We can.
Don't
we can
remind me,
convince
Teddy.
them
Don't
a little
remind
bit.
me.
Well, we're getting up on that anniversary, so might as well have a bit of a celebration, forgetting how chaotic that time was in our lives.
That's true.
So, do you think the blood would taste different if somebody...
Teddy? Teddy? Teddy, spit that out. Teddy?
No, it's
Teddy,
fine.
spit that out. Teddy.
No,
Teddy.
no.
Give it back. Teddy.
I want it. I'm curious. We need to know.
No.
We need to
No,
know.
we don't. We really don't. It affects humans so negatively. We don't.
For science.